Young lady, explain to me, why is Miss Saucy Brown around here guarding Diddy in the midst of the multitude of claims against him? Yet is it conceivable that Diddy never contacted her cuz Jay-Z was doing likewise to her, that Diddy was doing to other little kids best, except that when she apparently posted on the side of Diddy, individuals were eager to advise her that she's additionally a casualty. So what I understand is the vast majority are misleading. They stuck on words that is the reason they regard the vast majority activities like VIPs. That is the reason they overlook A.R. Kelly activities for such a long time. When he was kid, overlooked Jay-Z's activity. When Charming Brown emerged and said he was putting that hair in the Source magazine, recollect that interview, you may be too youthful. Source: Charming Brown emerged and said Jay-Z she was 16. Okay, since the claims against Diddy surfaced, it seemed as though even his dearest companions had deserted him, cause nobody expressed anything to in any way propose that they upheld him well. That is until Saucy, who took to her Instagram stories to divide a screen capture of a text discussion among herself and Daryl, earthy colored, where Daryl resembled, "You are grateful. I am appreciative. I'm so happy you didn't become involved with that. Diddy is the point at which he attempted to sign you. God favor you and child C." Accordingly, Saucy composed that, "However Diddy gave me miss for me. It was the best case scenario. Dayjam X terrible kid collabo super chat." Ekmate, like she was fundamentally suggesting that she brought in cash from Diddy regardless of not being endorsed to him, and due to that she has nothing awful to say regarding him. Perhaps Saucy wasn't expecting the sort of response that hit her, cuz individuals hauled her through the mud for apparently supporting Diddy, and individuals were glad to remind her precisely the thing Diddy was being blamed for. There's Cassie, who set the ball rolling, first of all, when she said Diddy brought her into his luxurious, speedy, and energized way of life not long after she met him, and endorsed to his mark when she was 19, and he was 37 out of 2005. Cassie truly portrayed exhaustively the way that Diddy was inclined to wild fury and how he exposed her to savage demonstration in which he punched, kicked, and stepped her. Furthermore, Cassie said that Diddy applied his power and impact over her all through their expert and close connection and constrained her to connect with different men while he shot them and got off to them. Other than that, Diddy additionally paid for her vehicle, lofts, and dress, and even approached her own clinical records as an approach to controlling her. Obviously, as Cassie was attempting to cut off the friendship in 2018, Diddy went to her Los Angeles home and constrained himself on her. Then there was a second claim from Euphoria Dickerson Neal, who was looking for unknown compensatory harms from mental and profound injury, trouble, torment, and enduring an injury to her standing. Graciousness of Diddy's satisfaction expressed that during a night out, Diddy purposefully tranquilized her when he spiked her beverage when she left her beverage unattended to utilize the bathroom, bring about her being in an actual state where she couldn't freely stand or walk, and in the wake of exploiting her, Diddy recorded the occurrence, which occurred in January 1991, and dispersed the tape to others in the music business, and that truly hurt Bliss's standing, vocation, possibilities, and profound prosperity. As though two claims weren't sufficient, there was a third claim from Jane Doe, who said she and a companion met Diddy and Aaron Lobby at a music industry occasion, and she guaranteed the two men were excessively coy, contribution, then drinks over the course of the evening. Yet their aim was to exploit her, and her companion Jane Doe asserted that they were welcome to Aaron Lobby's place for an all-nighter where he and Diddy exploited her, purportedly after Diddy wrapped up doing his business. Jane Doe laid in bed, stunned and damaged, and as she was currently getting dressed, Aaron Lobby burst into the room, nailed her down, and constrained himself on her. She claimed that she got away from the loft and figured out her companion had a comparable involvement in both Diddy and Aaron. So you comprehend, when folks resemble truly Saucy, this is the man you need to help. Well, you might say that she presumably experienced nothing awful with Diddy, except for the issue was the way she was apparent rubbishing off the encounters of different ladies. At any rate, many individuals said that she should not be remarking on the grounds that she, in a real sense, dropped one tune the entire time she was working with Diddy. And many individuals likewise said that Diddy knew that Saucy was untouchable for him, cuz his best pal Jay-Z was really occupied with her. And when I say occupied, I mean she was low-key going through exactly the same things that were being said in those claims. Yet, with Jay-Z, this was supposedly a romantical things. It's okay, I'll say claimed, yet we realize we know me, I'm better believe it. She hit it before applause Beyonce gracious, obviously charming, and Jay-Z teamed up on various events all through the 90s, and Jay is truly credited with composing a modest bunch of tunes on Charming's presentation collection. Their most memorable, significant two-part harmony was even highlighted on the soundtrack for the Eddie Murphy film The Nutty Teacher, delivered in 1996, yet the actual melody was kept in 1994. And since Charming was brought into the world in 1978, that would put her age at around 15 during the recording of the melody, and at 15 Charming was at that point singing about her companions, telling her that a man otherwise known as Jay-Z was resting near, yet she wouldn't fret since he kept her in precious stones and caskets. Presently, once upon a time, there were claims that Jay took Saucy's V-card when she was only 15 years of age, and he was 27, and financed her shopping trips, all while paying for her hair and nail salon visits while she was still in secondary school. And there were likewise reports that Jay-Z gave her a sexually transmitted disease. As a matter of fact, somebody who went to class with Charming additionally said he used to get her when she went to secondary school. She went to my school, John Dewey, then BC, then Westinghouse night classes. He used to pull up to Westinghouse for her big deal DUs to get her as well. Yet they were genuine companions. Everyone knew her and Jay were together. I mean, the tea was all over, even with individual big names discussing it, like Nas, who directly upset in his tune, "Ether Charming got you sweltering 'cause you kept your face in her pee, which you assume you getting young ladies now 'cause of your looks scratch." Cannon additionally attempted to get some from Woman Run about Saucy Earthy Colored's age when she got marked, yet Woman Run was very much like I wasn't focusing on Charming Brown, no doubt, except for that is I didn't sign Charming Earthy Colored when Scratch Finn said that he thought Charming was 16 when she endorsed to Jay-Z. Run immediately discharged back, advising him to get out whatever was at the forefront of his thoughts. It seems like you got an inquiry for Jay, pose to him, don't pose me here. Inquiries, brother, I'm not taking. I'm not. You all could continue asking me inquiries, continuing on. You all continue to ask me inquiries. You all need to ask him, cuz he here, ask him. I ain't to do with that, And I don't actually realize nothing about that. Supposedly, there's even a tape out there of Charming and Jay-Z having a trio with Jamie Foxx. In light of the bits of gossip that were making it, just Jay-Z marked Saucy to numerous gag orders after Jamie and Jay took part in a trio, and that not long after the episode. The tape was unexpectedly ransacked from her home. Well, when those claims came out, Saucy said the report was finished BS, telling TMZ, "The monstrosity of this story nauseated me to my stomach. Every person included will be reached ed by my lawyer in the entirety of my years in the music business. These are the most over-the-top, sickening, and discourteous claims I've at any point encountered. This imaginary story, with no general media or composed interview, plainly was prepared with malignant aim. I don't realize, folks, is it conceivable that everybody was simply lying about what occurred with Jay-Z and Saucy? Well, there have likewise been reports that Saucy got a fat check from Jay-Z to ensure she never reveals the subtleties of what occurred among them. And it has additionally been said that once Jay-Z was finished with Charming, he unloaded her as well as ensured that she wouldn't prevail in the music business by capitalizing on his leverage to boycott her. That would make sense of why, in spite of the fact that she is incredibly gifted, Charming's profession kind of went down the channel by and by. I'm thinking about how Jay-Z has figured out how to get away from the claims thing. About there is a notable record of him dating teens when he was more seasoned as his cleanup work. That great, or perhaps he hasn't pissed individuals any semblance of Diddy have annoyed. I surmise the truth will come out eventually, yet meanwhile, let me in on your thought process of Saucy's remarks on Diddy's circumstance, and whether you accept that where it counts she realizes that she is additional